Thank you so much for taking a quick interview. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what we got going on here at Midsummer Scream?
Yeah, sure. I'm Leslie. I'm with 1000-Bit, and they developed Sinister S. That is a 3-minute immersive experience where we put a headset on you, we send you into a haunted hotel. The proprietors of the Minister Inn were not kind to their child, and so she really, really wanted to have friends. And over time, she found a way to keep some friends in the hotel forever. So the folks that are going through this experience get to determine whether they're ever going to be able to check out.
What a sinister concept. I love it. Have you ended up doing anything similar to this in the past, or is this like a first of its kind?
This is a first of its kind. We're partnering with Castle Park to debut it, but we are also looking for every opportunity to see how we can get it in front of new people. We're a very new company, and this actually at Midsummer Scream is the first that customers are able to actually experience it and give us feedback on how they like it.
Congratulations. That sounds amazing. Have you noticed any sort of mishaps or interesting things about the way that the audience is reacting to it since you're testing it out here?
There is certainly people who are experienced with VR and the people who are not experienced with VR. There's a little bit of confusion sometimes on like, do I go forward? Do I not go forward? There's also a little bit of a difference between this and a traditional VR experience because you are moving and you're walking forward. So there's nothing you need to do with your hands. There's no controller. So for folks who are expecting a standard VR experience, that can be a little bit confusing. But once they're walking, it's very clear what they need to do or not do. So yeah, we've been getting really good response. It's been so inspiring to be here because this audience is the perfect audience to try something like this and let us know if we have what we think we have.
In your ideal world, do you think that there would be any other themes that you personally would want to do that's something similar to this?
Oh, absolutely. I'm personally a fan of horror, so there are so many. I would love to be dropped into so many worlds, and it's interesting because Joe, he's not here right now, obviously, but he developed the game. And so because we're nimble and we're new, we're able to really take the feedback that we're getting from this event and incorporate it into the gameplay experience. So I'm just excited for what that potential brings because I would like to be, like in the middle of an abandoned warehouse, being scared out of my mind. But some of the folks that we're talking to, they're like, no, this is a perfect level of scare, and others who are a little bit more expecting like photorealistic, like that type of immersive experience, they're like, well, you can, bump up the horror and like that's cool, but we are releasing it at Castle Park, which is a family amusement park, so we want to be sensitive to all of the different levels of scare. But hearing the feedback allows us to understand, well, we could offer different types of experiences based on how scary people want it to be, and also age ranges, of course.
Yeah, you have to keep the people in mind and the audience so much.
So scary that no one will do it, or that no one will do it a second time.
Yeah, you want them to keep coming back. Yeah. When it comes to immersive experiences, what do you think is the most important thing so that you feel in it?
Personally, I like the audio.
Yeah.
Being able to like feel like this stuff is actually going on around me, and we do have some elements of that in this gameplay experience. This also was, I'm in marketing, so this was one of my first experiences with VR gameplay, and I'm really glad that it was one of my first experiences because I really was able to understand, like, yes, I'm in a game, but this feels like I'm in a hotel. Like, I know it's not a hotel, but it feels like I'm in a hotel, and I don't want those things touching me. Like there's a part in the game where you kind of feel like you might fall through the floor. And that felt pretty real. So I was like, man, like, this is cool. I'm glad that this is the first project that I get to be involved in because I'm all about it. It's really fun.
Well, you said this is your first experience with VR specifically. What's your background before this?
I was a journalist and I'm a marketer now. So I got involved with the company to help build the brand and to help, make the public-facing experience happen, like let the customer know. I'm very interested in the consumer side of things, and so that's how I came onto this team. And I'm also a huge fan of horror. So I was like, horror, being able to interact with horror people, I want to know more. And then just once I played it, I was like, yeah, I'm 100% on board with this. Like, I want to do your marketing 100%. I'm in.
Well, this sounds like such a cool opportunity, and it's such a pleasure to talk to you. Can you plug it for me? And then
So anybody who is interested in learning more about this game, visit sinisterin.com. And we do have a partnership with Castle Park, as I mentioned before, so that we can do our release. And that's going to happen at their Castle Dark event, September 20th through October 22nd. Where we go after that, nobody knows yet, but we will certainly be, posting on our social channels, adding it to our website. We are learning every day where people want to see this. And so we're using the feedback that we're getting from this event to determine where do we need to pop up next.
Well, I can't wait to see the final product, and thank you so much for talking to me.